Hey guys, today I'm bringing you a presentation talking about just how bad the child overboard scandal was and the ridiculous extent John Howard and his group of con artists went to just to make the people of Australia think that they were doing the right thing by getting rid of the asylum seekers in Australia.
Nations. But we will decide who comes to this country and the circumstances in which they come.
This quote by John Howard played a massive role in his victory in the election of 2001. The public listened and supported him because they thought he was the only one that could save them from the asylum seekers, which were apparently horrible people coming onto their precious land trying to steal their jobs. John Howard, in fact, wasn't protecting Australia from the asylum seekers. He was protecting himself from the public finding out about the truth in what really happened and the fact that he manipulated millions of people. This photo was supposed to show that the adults on the boat threw their children into the water and left them there to drown. In the photo, there is literally nothing that points evidence to the fact that the kids were being thrown in the water by their parents. The boats had just gone past their expiry date and were rusty, as you can imagine if a small boat had been at sea for who knows how long. This, however, was good enough proof that the implications for the photo were true, and the people believed the government and supported their decision to not allow asylum seekers into the country. Howard then sent the SAS to supposedly help stop the asylum seekers from getting into the country. This was obviously done to try and further imply to the public that the asylum seekers were causing a dangerous threat to the country. The asylum seekers were in no way a threat at all to the country because the number of people on the boats was extremely small. Even a former SAS commander, Peter Tinley, talked about how John Howard was using the SAS as a symbol to resonate with the public that border security was under threat.
Labor MP Peter Tinley was second in command of the SAS counter-terrorism squad.
But I can't help but feel that the Prime Minister John Howard viewed the SAS as something that would resonate politically to the message of border security. You can't amp it up more in the public's mind than saying, we're going to send in the SAS.
After publishing the photos of the children, the Defence Minister, Peter Reith, was informed that their claims regarding the photos were false hours after they were published. He then made absolutely no attempt to rectify these claims. In an interview with Vicina Trolley, Reith insisted on his original statement, even though there was literally no proof that anyone had pushed the children overboard in the photos. To back up his statement, Reith explained that the Royal Navy confirmed that the children had been thrown overboard and obtained poor quality videos showing evidence that they were.
Mr. Reith, there's nothing in this photo that indicates these people either jumped or were thrown.
You're now questioning the veracity of what is being said. Those photos are produced as evidence of the fact that there were people in the water. These photos show absolutely without question whatsoever that there were children in the water. Do you still question it? Do you?
I'm a journalist. I'll question anything until I get the proof. That's my job.
I've just given you the evidence.
No, you've given me images.
Well,
and
Virginia,
if I can reply
quite
to your
frankly,
question
if you
now.
don't accept that, you don't accept anything I say.
This was then proven to be false by the Royal Navy, in which they said that they never told anyone that the incident happened. As for the video footage the Navy had, Reith said that for obscure operational reasons, he couldn't put the evidence on the table. After the truth came out about the whole incident, John Howard and Peter Reith's reputations went down the toilet, never to be seen again. The moral of the story for politicians is don't use your media ownership to falsely convey messages to the public that will help you politically, because in the end, when the truth comes out, the damage will be bad.